What's good with y'all, man? It's crunch time. Hit the like as y'all join in, man. Got to talk about it, man. So Chris Paul decides to hang it up at the 21 seasons in the league. Forcing to retirement, man. It's low key sad, but at the same time, man, it's nothing to be sad about. He had a nice little career, and he gave it everything he had, man. He squeezed out everything he had, every ounce, every fiber, bro. All the way down to the point to where, no disrespect, but he got cut by the Suns. He got cut by the Clippers. He got cut by the Raptors, man. And so that just lets you know that he gave every ounce of his fiber in his bones. You really gave everything you had until there was no more to give, man. And you can only respect somebody that does that with their craft, man. But had a shaky last season, but it just go to show, he gonna keep fighting, and that's just what he does, man. But Chris Paul, man, a lot of debates have been sparking all day online about where this man ranked at all time. And so it was good, Duke, man. So here's the thing, man. We gotta, unfortunately, we have to talk about it. It's gonna be some uncomfortable conversations for a lot of people because, they look up to Chris Paul, man. But we just have to be honest. I understand it's bittersweet, but we not just gonna glaze and just put him anywhere, So before we talk about the ranking, man, like I said, just illustrious career, did what he did, respect him. 6 feet tall, made the NBA, played for 20 years. You don't do that unless you are great at what you do. You know, you don't do that unless you are great at what you do. So that's one of those things that you have to put yourself into the mind frame of that. The man is 6 feet tall and played 20 years in the league. In the discussion, he deserves respect mainly off of that alone. But when it come down to, actually, I just want to ask y'all, what do y'all have him ranked at, man? I believe he's about you put him in that top 20 tier, man. Greatness is pure, top 22, 25 point guard. And you just go from there. You give him the credit for that. And you don't got to overthink it. You don't got to put nobody else down. You don't got to over analyze his career, man. I say he's a top 25 point guard in history. Anybody that makes it to the league and becomes that, I feel like that's something to be proud of. That's not slander. You see what I'm saying? So everybody was getting mad at me earlier, man, because I just simply, as a man, I have a birthright to, disagree with things, man. And if you look at me in the eyes and you tell me Chris Paul is a top 3 point guard in NBA history, I'm simply gonna have to disagree with that as a man. That's not some. I'm not trying to, like, you feel what I'm saying? I don't get why people get upset about that. And simply the guys that have them top 3, top 5, I would like to ask you guys why. I put the link in the description down there in the comment section. Why do you have him this high up, man? The only reason I ask y'all that, man, is because I feel like it's um again, I'm gonna watch my language, y'all, because it really pisses me off sometimes when we start to talk about this, man. Genuinely. Um because people will sit up here all day and talk trash and slander, cook somebody for not doing this or not winning without a certain somebody, not really accomplishing much in the playoffs and being a choker. They always will sit up here and have this fake outrage for players like that they actually don't like or are jealous of. You know what I mean? But then when it comes to Chris Paul, every time you ask about why he lost something, it's always, oh, well, that's just what happened. Sometimes that's just how the cookie crumble. I'm just be wondering, why are we so much coddling this man, Chris Paul? Does he got blackmail on somebody in the league or something? This nigga must have been the P. Diddy of the league and got everybody on video or something. Cause it's like people scared to slander. But the reason why I'm actually gonna bring that up right now is because, like I said, man, I try to give him credit. He's a top 25 point guard in history. But then when we go in details of the conversations, people get a little rude towards you, and they start to um basically go against their own morals and belief system just to win the debate, or just to make, just to push Chris Paul up. I don't feel as though we have to push somebody up just because the player is near and dear to your heart. I mean, I'm seeing people online saying, "Oh, he's the best point guard of my childhood," and I mean, you got to take your childhood out of it, though. Truth of the matter is, man, when he was on the Clippers this season, the Clippers got better without him. Anybody disagree with that? Come see me about it. They say he makes every team better. The truth of the matter is, when the Clippers cut him this season, they got way better. That's just facts. So, like, for example, right, I said that to somebody, right, and they try to act like I was the one that was tripping. So it becomes one of them things where it's like these players, these people be having fake outrage for certain players. How can you be so mad about certain players for not doing something, but then when Chris Paul doesn't do it, you all of a sudden you're not mad no more? So, like I said, on the Hornets. Matter of fact, before we get into it, I want to ask you guys where you got them ranked at. We got somebody in the request, man. The link is in the live chat. It was good, man.
Hey, yo, what up?
Yeah, man. So what's up, man? What you feel about Chris Paul?
Man, it sucks that he choked his one opportunity to get a championship, but
Oh,
sucks
this
them too. But
Trav, it was
these
good,
players,
Trav. This little Trav, y'all. It was good, Trav.
um, I think Chris Paul still is a Hall of Famer. Um, still one of the greatest point guards even without a chip. Had a outstanding career. His longevity. I know a lot of
Yeah.
people want to say that about LeBron, but Chris Paul been doing it for a while. Came in. When he come in, I want to say 05, 04, and been
Mm,
consistent. Every year, every team he's went to, he's made better. Some of them had their most successful seasons with Chris Paul. Um, what he did for the game, just the point guard position. He's lead on. Yeah. Shout out to Chris Paul. Sucks the way the Clippers did him, but hey,
yeah, it's bad the way they did him, man. But
we see why the Clippers are what they are. I see why James Harden wanted to leave. Zubac wanted to leave.
no. But here's my thing about Chris Paul, man. Now, somebody in the comment, now I felt with that. That was a good little speech, man. But person in the comments said that Chris Paul um, has the most steals titles. And you got a little bit of background noise, Trav. Hold on. We'll come back to you, man. They said that Chris Paul has the most steals titles, man. Okay, so bravo. Bravo. I'm going to give him that, man. We're going to give him credit on that. He earned that. You feel what I'm saying? But I just want to ask this question to the chat room. And I just want to make sure I'm not tripping, y'all. Why do they get so upset? Like, for example, right? If I'm having a conversation about, like, just for example, like about Steph Curry or about Allen Iverson, right? You know, and I don't want no goalpost shifting, bro. We're gonna crash out in this bitch. How come whenever I say, okay, well, they'll try to say something about Steph Curry defense or Allen Iverson defense, and then how come when I always say, and I'm not saying y'all gonna say the same thing because y'all probably hit me with the, oh, well, that was them crunch, that wasn't me. I ain't say that. But here's the thing, man. I just want a simple answer to the question. How come when I say Steph Curry won the steals title in 2016, or when Allen Iverson has about how many steals titles? 3 steals titles. Y'all will turn around and then look at me and say, "Well, the steals title don't mean shit, Crunch." Why do y'all do that, bro? This is safe space, y'all. We genuinely asking questions tonight. Like I'm not, because I want y'all to see the where the timeline because they'll start to say that I'm hating. But if you the question I'm asking you, how am I hating right now? You see what I'm saying, yo? How am I really hating? I can be having a debate about Steph Curry, right? Then we'll get to defense, and they'll say he don't got defense. And I say, well, shit, you got a steals title. Then they be like, yo, nah, steals title don't mean nothing. That's just passing lanes, and that don't mean nothing, man. This is what they do. So that's why I'm just saying. This is why I get so mad because somebody said it was good, Justin. He said, is this a stream? Well, we gonna cook CP3 or not? I mean, who knows? We'll see if somebody join up, man, and really try to cook him, man. So I'm like, we bring up Steel's title for any other point guard, they try to downplay it. Why is that? But do they bank on this stuff that for Chris Paul so much, like so much? They talk about him being the leader of a team, and yes, he did what he did, but I'm just like, I don't know. It seemed like it's fake love. You feel what I'm saying? When y'all try to put him top three, when y'all try to put him top five, it seemed like y'all faking it. Y'all giving him fake love because y'all don't really love him on the Hornets or the Clippers. Y'all don't really care about him on the Clippers or the Hornets because he never got out of the second round. And the reason why I have evidence, I can sue y'all for I can actually sue you guys for pain and suffering, bro. And mental fucking abuse. Because when you look at Kyrie on Boston, they all call Kyrie a failure on Boston. Failure. He did nothing. You feel me, Travis? They always say that he did nothing on the Celtics.
Did nothing is
And,
kind of a
and he
great
hold on. And he was a failure. Like piss poor, bottom of the barrel shit. Like is what they say Kyrie was on Boston. But he actually led them to the second round. His first time going to the playoffs with them. Actually, his first season, they won 50 games. He missed the playoffs because of injury, but he led them to the second round in Boston. But then when Chris Paul goes to the Hornets, right, and can't get past the second round, when he goes to the Clippers and cannot get past the second round to save his life, they say it's just the most amazing thing. Is it fake love, Trav? Is it
Every
really?
time I hear Chris Paul and they talk about the Clippers, all I hear is about the 3-1 lead. You're not
Nah,
playing
bro.
about
But
Josh
this is what I'm
Smith.
saying to you. They're putting him top five and top three point guards. I just got through literally debating with somebody on Twitter about this, man, and you got these media reporters talking about how he has a this man said he's at worst. Let me pull up the screenshot, bro. This man said he's at worst third fucking top three point guard of all time, bro. That's asinine, bro. But they'll use the excuse of him about to retire to now you can't say nothing about that because he about to retire. So if somebody come on and say, yo, he got Chris Paul top three all time, you can't say nothing about that because allegedly because he about to retire. That's bullying, bro.
No man, y'all don't love Chris Paul like that. Every time Chris Paul is mentioned, every time I hear is about his shortcomings. Oh, this collapse, that collapse.
I don't be hearing. I mean, that's me. I mean, I'm the only one that listen. I'm the only one that can remember bringing it up. I'm the only one to talk about it. I don't. I don't be hearing no like if I'm having a point guard debate about Chris Paul versus another point guard, they always blaze him. Then they said he top three because he's second all because somebody said he's not gonna be remembered. And then somebody said, well, he got the second most assists all time and second most steals all time. Well,
And
but my thing about that is, so how the hell you just gonna put him past John Stockton? Are we not gonna care about him being first all time in assists and first all time in steals? And I'm just trying to ask these questions because people could look at me and say I hate Chris Paul, man. How do I hate him? Matter of fact, I'm gonna send this to Still Stacking and Chris and them over there on TikTok, bro.
hate is hate is kind of crazy. I mean,
Now somebody in the comments said Justin said he'll take Cousy and Stockton over Chris Paul. Now, if we actually get into the really long debate about it or conversation, Justin, you will see my full list of point guards that I have over Chris Paul. To me, I got Cousy and Stockton over him easily though. Like that's to me that's easy. That's easily Bob Cousy is without a shadow of a doubt over Chris Paul. Um, but I'm gonna send this out, and you can go ahead and cook too, Trav. I'm gonna send this out to
I
I'm gonna
mean,
send this out to the homies, man.
look, I
I
look,
heard.
I
Yeah,
look,
go.
I love Chris Paul, but he bamboozled me when he was in Phoenix, bro. I never forget. Chris Paul make me look like an idiot. I said he was gonna win the chip, get the job done when he was up 2-0. Folded in that game, folded in that series. You needed the most. Devin Booker, I think he had what 42 points, and Chris Paul was basically nowhere to be found.
Can't
Then
find them. Now
can't
again,
find him. Then I'll never forget the year after them getting smoked by almost 40 or 50 in a game 7 at halftime. I was in disbelief when I seen the score. I was like, what the hell?
yeah, man, like the man, the man is just not. Sometimes I question: is he great? You know, is he a great point guard? Is he a Hall of Famer, man? Is he even a Hall of Famer, Trav?
They might vote him as one out of because he made top 75. But if you ask me, ah, ah, it's a
You
difficult
said,
thing for me to
it,
say yes.
it's difficult. Somebody said Chris Paul was waived by the Raptors. He could have signed with anyone, correct? So how was he forced to retire? Well, he was simply put, he was forced to retire because he had to come to the realization that nobody wants him anymore, man. And I mean that with the utmost respect. Even if you wish me the opposite, sooner or later we'll all see who the prophet is. You got cut by the Phoenix Suns. You got cut by the L.A. Clippers, man. You got cut by the Toronto Raptors. Did he get cut by the Wizards? I mean the Warriors. I can't remember. But it gets to a point to where you understand that nobody wants you anymore. And this is not no disrespect, man. What I mean, nobody wants him is just the simple fact he gave it all he got. He gave it all he got. You know, uh, I just don't think he ever quite got over that hump. I don't think he ever turned the corner.
No, every time it looked like he was going to let
Yeah,
down by disappointment.
I don't think he turned the corner in this league, man.
I'm
And
sorry,
really
but
just took onus. I feel like he really should have just took another leap as a player. And
I
I just put him in that Rondo. I put him in that, that Mike Conley. See, the thing is, like, they'll be like, you disrespecting Chris Paul, but by putting him with Mike Conley. But now you disrespecting Mike Conley. They don't care if you disrespecting him. That's a grown man. That's a professional athlete. He was the highest paid player in the league at one point.
I
So if
wanted to see Chris Paul get over that hump. He just couldn't.
I put him on that Mike Conley level. But here's the thing, Trav. I probably I'm banned on TikTok for a couple more days, so we'll probably talk about this probably a little bit more tomorrow morning when everybody is ready to talk about it, man. Because I want to go in depth and actually figure this out. Like I said, I love him as a player. I just have to be realistic, man. But we're gonna come to a conclusion on this ranking. Now, I thought he was gonna have a farewell tour, but it looks like we got to get to we got to basically say farewell early. Remember, I said I was gonna give him a farewell tour and do only good videos on him for the rest of the season, but ain't nobody pick him up.
Man.
Ain't nobody pick him up. So we got no. It's cool, Chris Paul. If you listening, I got you. Like even though I did this video, we gonna cook. I mean, we gonna pray, not praise you, but we gonna we gotta educate the kids as well on the good stuff you did. So here go Chris right here, yo. Yeah, Chris
Yo, how
gonna be
y'all
the
doing?
It was up, man.
What's good? What's good? What's good? Who else we got in here with us?
This Trav, I don't know if you know who Trav is. He be on
Uh,
this.
Oh
It's
yeah, yeah, oh
iPhone
yeah. I
X.
fuck with y'all, bro. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. But man? What's been going on, bro? What we talking about?
We just talking about Chris Paul for right now. I'm about to send it to Still Stacking because earlier I heard him having a lot to say
Yeah,
about Chris Paul, man. So I want to see what he was talking about, and because
stacking. Yeah,
I just don't. I'm trying to figure out, is this man really that, like, really what everybody say he is, man?
yeah. I kind of want to get my opinion on the thoughts on it of him retiring, man.
Yeah.
Salute, salute to his career. He went out there, he gave it his all, and he had a good career, bro. Better than
Hmm.
the average career, and I want to give him a salute for it. Hopefully he's satisfied. I wish he had that retirement. I wish he had that retirement tour to actually get the acknowledgement, but other than that, bro, when you look at his career, it was kind of underwhelming. I was a huge
Hmm.
fan of Chris Paul when he was on the Clippers. I had the CP3 shoes; they were blue and red. And that's when I thought he had the best chance to get it done during that era.
Right.
Because you got to think about it. I seen Dirk do it. I seen Dirk win in 11. So I knew the Miami Heat wasn't unbeatable. I knew the Spurs wasn't unbeatable. All these teams were, and I think if you ask me, I think
Mm.
that Clippers squad was more balanced out than any of those other teams, bro, outside of probably the Heat. Well, if you talking about, for me, my
Mm.
opinion back then, I'm like, because you got Blake, he can go up against Chris Bosh. You got Chris Paul. Y'all saying this one of the best point guards. He equaling out when it come to D Wade. Then you still got the Lob City threat. You got Jamal Crawford, the sixth man of the year. You got the better bench, and I'm thinking they was gonna get it done. But it's like they just couldn't. He could never pass that hump for me, bro. And then when I went back and I'm looking at the 2013, 2014 Clippers, and I ain't trying to be too long winded.
No,
After
you
this,
good. You
Blake,
good.
yeah,
Yeah.
Blake Griffin averaged 24 points and 10 rebounds that year. So this the thing. He was third in MVP voting that year. So, and this why I'm using this team. Why I'm gonna say what I'm gonna say. You can argue that Chris Paul was never the best player on a championship contending team. Because at first I thought it was gonna be the Clippers. But now when I look back and I do the research, Chris Paul that year was seventh in MVP voting. Uh, Blake Griffin that year was third in MVP voting. Jamal Crawford coming off the bench was sixth man of the year, averaging 20 off the bench.
Oh my
Matt Barnes
goodness.
giving you elite defense, and he giving you that 3-point shooting, that spacing you need. JJ Redick was the best shooter in the league at one point. To me, this nigga
Oh my
was like
goodness.
3-point shooter behind the arc. Then you got the Lob City threat with DeAndre Jordan. So it's like, bro, you wasn't the best player on the squad. You got a player that's playing better than you. You can't get it done, and you telling me niggas saying that you a top 5 point guard, bro?
Oh my
Come on,
goodness.
man. When Russ had a better player than him playing at an elite high level MVP type level, that nigga went to the finals, bro. When you
Facts.
had when come on, bro. When
Facts.
these niggas had players on that level, they went to the finals. And you went to the finals later on in your career, but you wasn't no big imp, you wasn't playing a big role, and you didn't get it done, my nigga. You didn't show up. If niggas want to bring up that son shit, but this the thing. If we gonna give him credit for going to the finals on the Suns, why we don't give Kyrie credit for going to the finals on the Mavs?
Man, come on. Say
Come
that shit.
on, bro.
Say that shit again, bro.
This shit is sad, bro. If we gonna give Chris Paul credit for going to the finals on the Phoenix Suns, why don't we give Kyrie Irving credit for going to the finals on the Dallas Mavericks with Luka Doncic, bro? Simple as that. Because Chris Paul, you was not the best player on that team by a long shot. You wasn't the best. You probably won the second or third best player, bro. And
And
Kyrie
it,
was the second option,
and it's
and Kyrie
crazy
was
because
outplaying Luka in some of them series, bro. So this
he
shit,
he's cooking. He's cooking, y'all.
yeah,
Everybody in the chat, I need y'all. I need y'all to like this video because Chris is cooking right now, man. Same thing, Chris
yeah,
is like
bro. I
what I be trying
appreciate
to
it,
tell these
man.
people, man, because I always try to tell them like, they it's like I said earlier before you pulled up, right? When they be trying to glaze them, I'll be like, is it really fake love? When they put them top 5, are they being fake? Because the
Right.
shit claim they hate so much about Russ and Kyrie or what they doing without so and so and da da da. Like, when he failed to rise to the occasion, he get a pass for it. You see what I'm saying? The dude earlier said, "Oh, how you gonna give Kyrie credit for going to the finals with LeBron?" I'm like, bro, he went to the finals with Luka Doncic. So
Shit sad,
how,
bro.
how they said that Kyrie, because I told him on Shaq's stream, I'm like, y'all praise mediocrity, and
Facts.
he said Kyrie is mediocre without LeBron, but I'm like, he went to the finals with Luka without LeBron, but y'all will praise Chris Paul for going to the finals on the Suns, and before he even went to the Suns, they was already calling this man the point guard. So I'm like, they was doing that without no playoff success. What the hell?
Bro, and
What
my
the hell
thing
is
is
this?
this, bro. Oh, what you said? It kind of went up.
No, I'm just saying, what is this? What are we really doing?
Bro, this my thing. We don't give Blake Griffin his credit, bro.
They never give
We
Blake
don't
his
give.
credit.
I don't hear that man name enough, bro, because
They
he
never give him
each
credit,
and every
man.
one of those years he was averaging the most points on the squad.
Bro, he
He
was
was
the best
always
player
an
on the
all-star
team, bro.
during them years.
He was the best
And
player
the
on the
nigga was
team.
young as hell. Nigga was
I
like
be trying to
23,
tell these
24,
niggas,
25
but
hooping.
Chris, they be trying to always. Blake was generational, bro. They always try to say that Chris Paul turned the Clippers around by
Facts.
itself. They say
Hey,
they say Chris Paul turned the Clippers around by
Hell no,
itself.
bro.
Like Blake wasn't some generational player, bro. And I'm like, damn, like then he got better without you.
hey, hey,
You see what I'm
hey, Crunch,
saying?
you can hear me?
Fact, bro,
Oh
he was
yeah,
hooping on the
my
Pistons,
bad.
bro.
Yeah, my bad. We got a new
That's all
panelist, Chris. He be supporting the YouTube a lot. I forgot he was up here because the picture and shit. Yeah, what's up,
right.
bro?
Azariah. My fault. My
Yeah,
fault. My fault.
Azariah. I ain't want to
I've been
mispronounce it,
I've
but
been
yeah.
following you for a minute. I heard you like everywhere. I was on your last live. Like, so I got to
Is
come
there
back.
a way where we can actually see the guests? My bad, bro. I wanted
Yeah,
to.
because I
Now you
Is
forgot
there
good.
a
You
way
good.
we
You
can see the
good.
guests'
I
names?
ain't.
Cause I
Now you good.
couldn't. I need. Oh,
I
there
got
you go.
y'all.
Right there. There you go.
Yeah, I
There you
got
go.
y'all.
I ain't gonna lie. That the brother Chris, if he over 9,000 at this point right now. I ain't gonna even lie.
Mhm.
Yes, sir.
Mhm. Oh shit. Damn, he must have dropped down. He dropped down quick as hell. Something must have happened. His phone died or something.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, you
But
spitting though, man. Like
like
I
I
just don't
said,
understand it, bro.
amazing career, bro. But we can't put him on a level with guys who have multiple MVPs like Steve Nash, with guys who have won a rings. To me,
Okay,
like Rondo or J Kidd, bro.
Man,
When you're
can
talking
listen,
about true point guards
I have,
elevating your teammates, bro. Come on, man.
bro,
You
you
can't
hear me?
do it. I can't
Hey,
do
Chris,
it.
it's to. Oh
hey,
yeah,
hey, can you
there
hear
you go.
me?
He joined back up. He joined back up.
My
Oh yeah,
fault.
yes, sir.
Damn Google. But anything. Like I was saying, like I ain't gonna lie, this brother cooking. I can't even hold you crunch. This brother,
Bro,
I
tell y'all
like
Chris
this
be
dude.
cooking.
I like this
I
dude, bro.
appreciate it, bro.
Cause people be getting mad at me when I say I ain't gonna lie, bro. Y'all be overrating the shit out of Chris Paul. Cause I'm glad Crunch made that video. Cause even though Kyrie my favorite player, bro, I take Kyrie over Chris Paul. Cause
Hell yes.
when it comes to basketball, Crunch, you probably heard this saying before, especially if you hoop. Everybody points ain't the same, bro. Like it's not.
Mhm.
Mm,
So when it comes down to it, like you could say it's all this, because I'm be honest, people got mad at me when I said I take Rondo over on Chris Paul. If you want to be
Yes,
honest,
sir.
bro, it's got to the
Absolutely.
point. Listen, I'm taking Kevin Johnson from the Suns, who played with Charles
yeah,
Barkley over Chris Paul.
because
To me,
here's my
yeah,
fault.
good.
Now here's the point though, because everybody when I bring up Rondo, everybody like, oh, he had this person on the team. That's the point.
Right.
When you have like certain players in your teams, there's no excuses for you not getting it done. That darn
Hmm.
Clippers team, bro. Everybody want to make it seem like that Clipper team was not good enough, bro. When Chris had brought up that 2014, I remember watching it, bro, because OKC was my favorite team at the time, bro. I literally watched Russell Westbrook cook the shit out of fucking Chris Paul, bro.
Ride him.
That game
Yeah.
5 crunch, what on? They was up 7 with 45 seconds left and come down the court. KD hit a dorm. He was shot bad that game, but KD hit a 3 over doing Big Baby. Then doing they got a steal. KD hit a layup. Then Chris Paul he tries to flop for a 5, but Westbrook pokes it loose and Reggie Jackson to get that steal. I'm like, yeah,
Yep.
bro, that was a meltdown.
Bro,
That
I
was a
seen
meltdown.
I was thinking earlier. I seen every point guard, every decent point guard that had a chance to play Chris Paul in the playoffs. They always outplay him. Chauncey
Hey,
Billups outplayed him back in the day.
Yep.
Tony
hey,
Parker used to bust. Tony Parker
oh,
used to bust his ass. Mike Conley used to bust his ass in the playoffs.
His de- his
Goddamn,
bro.
when he
de-
played
And
against
if
Steph
you,
Curry, he got that.
his defense is so overrated, bro. Like
that's what they like to run to that defense.
I
Yep.
watched Westbrook cook them. I watched Tony Parker cook them. I watched Steph Curry cook
I'm
them. I'm
seeing,
like,
yeah, Steph Curry, Luka Doncic took
Hey,
him.
and I wanted to say this about Tony Parker too, bro, because the guy has a Finals MVP. He's won multiple championships, All Stars, but they'll say, "Oh, well, this we play with and all this." The Finals MVP kind of throw that argument out, but it's another thing too. When Tony Parker left the Spurs and he had went to the Hornets for his last year, it didn't end like this, bro. It didn't end like you
Facts.
getting skipped and they waving, bro. He was actually contributing, my guy. We wasn't obviously the
Facts.
Tony Parker before, but he didn't end this bad. Like nobody
Facts.
wants you. Like
And
nobody
and
wants
nobody
mind
you.
wants to
you,
pick
He
you
and
just
up.
mind
dipped, bro. Tony Parker just retired, my God.
and
So it's
mind you,
like, yeah,
and mind you
Hey,
too, Chris Paul tried. This is the thing that everybody forget. They just brushed this shit off, right? It got bad because you went to go play with the Rockets. James Harden won. He won the MVP of the league during the same season you was there. And then the second season you was on the Rockets, Harden got even better. He got the average in 36.
and y'all
Then
lost
you
in
went to go
six.
play with Shea Gilgeous-Alexander. Lost in the first round with him. Mind you, he went to
right.
go play with Steph Curry. Did nothing. And
Hey,
this is after
He
Steph
did
already.
absolutely nothing, bro.
Then he
Hey,
went to go
Crunch.
actually play with Wembanyama. You see what I'm
Hey,
saying?
Crunch. I
Hmm.
do something right quick for you and Chris. I'm gonna name off all these point guards, and you tell me if Chris Paul is better than him. Magic Johnson,
Nope.
No,
No,
Steph Curry,
no,
no,
Isaiah Thomas from Detroit,
No.
no,
no,
Shea Gilgeous Alexander.
No.
no,
All right, so now that's four
no,
right there.
no.
Chasing Kidd,
Nah.
no.
Nah. I can't
Steve
do it.
He
Nash,
got a ring, bro. I can't do it. No,
Yeah,
Steve,
no,
no, not
Steve
no,
Steve
no.
Nash.
Nash.
Okay,
No.
that's six players I just named at the point guard position. Where the fuck we get this point
Yeah.
guard shit from?
Here's the thing though. I got now I,
I
I
got
wasn't gonna say
Russ.
it. I wasn't gonna say it, y'all.
I got Russ over him
But
too.
Chris and Trav know, but as a riot, I got Chris Paul ranked that for point guards, I got him at number 22 all time. He tied up with Tyrese Halliburton for me, bro.
I,
Yeah, bro.
I'm not gonna lie. I literally
But
said,
this what you got to think about it though, Zachariah. Tyrese Halliburton just led his team. He's led his team to the finals, and he got hurt, bro. So
And
it's
hey,
like
again, look, they
yeah.
both
So
20 and 10, and but to
hey,
me, I think Halliburton's ceiling higher though. He didn't already caught up, bro.
mhm.
hey,
Because
Chris,
mind you, I'm going all the way back to the Kevin Johnsons of the world, bro.
hey,
Yep.
Hey,
Chris,
hold on,
you
Yeah.
hear me?
What's up, bro?
yeah,
You hear
Yeah.
me? Hey, so
Hmm.
basically, brothers got mad at me because I said because they have more impact on a team and their impact on a team led to them actually winning a championship. Yes, I will say that they're better than Chris Paul. I got Jalen Williams doing better than him. I got fucking Hallie over him and I said, y'all better hope that Hallie or Shea don't win the championship because either one of them going over doing Chris Paul.
yeah.
Like,
Facts,
bro,
Halliburton.
Facts.
Yeah, facts. Justin Halliburton is a better passer. I've been trying to tell people this for a
hey,
long time. He a better passer. He's a better shooter. He more clutch,
hey,
and
Crunch,
he could do more with less. He didn't have no superstars on that team.
I'm gonna say something right now, and I stopped following dude for my own personal reasons, but I ain't gonna lie, he was honest. Scapatat. Bro, I did not know Chris Paul blew the most 2-0 leads in history at 5. Then he blew
Damn.
then he blew a 2-1 lead and a 3-1 lead. Bro, I'm not
That's
the
Man, we
only
cooking
time
this man
like
tomorrow, bro.
in crunch, you know this shit, because I bet you know this. This is why I'm not gonna choose you. Because when I need you the most, it's either two things. You either hurt or you fucking choke. It's either one of those two things. Why the fuck do I want you on my team?
Yep.
And then I
And this
got
the
Rondo.
thing, bro. With the def, oh my bad. Go ahead, bro.
No, you good. Go ahead.
With
Everybody
that
eat.
defense shit, bro, because it's like niggas be like, oh well, cause he got the steals leaders and shit. But then when I be like, oh, Curry got the steal leader. Oh, steals don't matter, bro. Steals don't count on defense, bro.
Facts,
When I
bro.
talk about niggas who got the steals leaders and shit, come on, bro.
It don't-
Chris Paul not out here just locking niggas up, bro. Stop that shit, bro.
Hey Chris, before y'all pulled up, that's the first thing I try to ask them. Like, that's why I said, is it fake love? Because anytime you bring up Steph Curry steals titles or AI steals titles, or
Yeah,
they be like, oh no, that's not even really defense. That's just passing lanes and
yeah.
shit.
Steals don't matter. Yeah, he just in the
Hey,
passing lanes.
hey, Crunch, I can ask you a question right quick, gang.
Yeah, hold on, but I did want to show y'all this, man.
Oh, you good? Go
real
ahead.
quick before Chris. This is what I found on Twitter, man. No Chris Paul fan will ever tell you this though, and I actually didn't even know this shit. It's saying Game 7 versus Spurs
God
in
Game
OT.
damn.
7 versus.
He had a teammate score 16 points in the fourth quarter, and he scored 0 points in the last 7 minutes.
Who was the teammate?
I'm gonna look it up.
Damn, ain't no
And so
way.
this is
Nah,
against
this can't be real, bro.
So mind you, this
Ain't
is
no way
and I'm gonna
this
look
shit
at.
real, bro.
I'm gonna find out what Tony Parker had because Tony Parker came off of Finals MVP in
Hey,
07.
no. But hey, before they
Yep.
say anything, before they say anything, watch how these motherfuckers be like, oh, but he was facilitating, he was playmaking, he was getting people open.
Yeah.
I know how it is, bro. I know
You
how it
already
is.
know what they're gonna say, bro.
And
Shit
like,
sad, man.
Shit's sick, bro.
and like I said, I was gonna ask. I don't know if like any of y'all play ball like at any level. I'm not gonna judge at any level
Yeah.
because people looked at me funny. I was like, bro, Curry really not a bad defender. His lateral quickness is not good, but he got fast hands. So sometimes at man to
Yeah.
man, he will strip you because he got fast hands. And in an off ball, he'll
Exactly.
play the passing lane. So I'm not gonna just sit here and say
Facts.
he's a horrible
He's
defender. Like,
he
nah,
just small, bro. It's just like he just live. So it's obviously he gonna get, you know what I'm saying? He live. But
yeah,
bro, yeah, man, Chris Paul, I'm not just finna tell Chris Paul, man, go lock him up the game.
bro.
Hell no, bro.
That's what I'm saying, bro. Like the point guard I
You act
seen,
like he Marcus Smart or some shit. Like,
I can understand Chris.
Yeah,
I
was
can
that
understand.
Gennaro Pargo? Did Pargo had 16 in the fourth
damn.
quarter?
That's crazy.
Man, come on, man.
I don't
Don't
even
let
know who
it
that
ever
is.
get him.
16 in the fourth?
That sound like a
16 in the
generic.
fourth quarter, bro, and he had 18 points, just like Chris Paul had 18 points. Man, this shit's sad, bro. David West had 20 points. Man, come on, bro.
Hey, I'm not gonna lie. That's a good question. That he said is Chris Paul better than Dame? I'm not a fan of Dame, but shit, I will.
Oh, how you see the comments?
Hold
I'll give
on.
Chris Paul that one.
Yeah,
I'll give him that one over Dame. I'll give him that one.
Oh, I didn't
it's
even
like a
see
lot.
y'all comments. My bad, Joe.
You just
Yeah, it's like a live chat.
Dame not better than Kyrie. That's the difference maker. Chris Paul better than Dame, but Dame's not better than Kyrie. I don't think Chris Paul better than Kyrie neither.
Yeah. Here's the thing. I put him and Dame on the same probably tier. Well, honestly, this is the thing, yo. I'm disappointed in Dame for leaving Portland, going to Milwaukee, and then going back to Portland. Now he on the hot seat for me.
Facts.
Hey,
Yeah.
He moved down for me
And
for
he didn't
real.
get it done with
hey,
Giannis. It's kind of
Yeah, he go
sad. Like,
back to
Chris.
Portland.
Hey,
Nah,
Chris, thank you. I was finna touch on that crunch. That's why I'm not
yeah,
mad because everybody had that excuse. He never played with a superstar like Kyrie. I'm like, all right, cool. He
right.
played with a 2-time MVP and a DPOY, somebody who already won a championship. And like Chris Paul, it's going to be the same thing. You either choke or you get hurt.
Hey,
No,
yup,
as a
everybody
riot,
can do what
I
Kyrie
really
do.
feel like, what I told the dude? I think Dame went to go play with the closest thing that we've ever seen to LeBron, low key. I
Yeah,
think
yeah. He
Giannis. I
couldn't
mean,
get it done.
how closer can you get to playing with LeBron than playing with Giannis?
Facts.
that is true.
And I
But
thought they was gonna actually make a run, bro. That shit was sad, bro.
Nah, I knew they wouldn't.
me
I thought
personally,
it was
Two
gonna be them.
injury prone
I picked
players.
them.
hey,
I
hey,
thought it was
Crunch,
gonna be Dame and Giannis versus Kyrie and Luka. That's
hey,
what I
Crunch,
thought.
Yup.
me personally, I've never compared Giannis to Bron. I'm gonna tell you who. I've always compared, and that's the crazy thing. I've been saying this shit for years until he actually came out and said it him damn self. I've always compared Giannis to Shaq, and then Shaq came out and said the exact same thing.
I like
Shaq
it. I
came
like
out and
it.
Yeah,
said
I
the
can see
exact
that
same thing.
comparison too.
Yeah, facts.
You so physically dominant to where you going like 40, 50%, but the people that's guarding you, they going like 100, 110%. You gonna get free throws off the bat because like
I
they
ain't
going
even
they
see that
hard just to
coming.
affect your game and it's not working. So
Hey, Zach, I want to ask you: do you think Luca end his career higher than? Somebody brought up Luca. Do you think he'll end his career higher than Chris Paul? I know we can't, predict the future, but what's your opinion on that?
Luca,
Yeah,
to me, Luca is in he's in a category where I put I can't put him in that category because they already won. To me, Luca, people don't like most of my takes with Luca because I watched him when he first came in, and I actually like Luca. But
yeah.
ever since they was drafted, I've always said to me, Jason Tatum is a better player than Luca. I don't care about I don't
Ooh,
care about the heliocentric going type of way that you play because you like play style wise because you got to be specific with people. Play
I
style wise,
respect that.
he's a right-handed James Harden, bro. Just less athletic and not as good as a shooter as James Harden. That's basically it.
Now,
Yeah, they
before I
take a
touch on
lot of
that,
shots.
because I
Go ahead,
deleted
man.
to do a comment by accident. I was gonna say about Dame before I got mad at Dame. I did low key have him over Chris Paul though, but the reason why was because he in a way different tier than him as a scorer, and he led his team to the conference finals too. But with Chris Paul getting to the finals, and he been to the conference finals a couple times, I gotta put him. I think I gotta put him over Dame. I think so. Now with the Luka, and, man, it's tough for me as a riot because even if he is a right-handed James Harden, I look he got Harden over Tatum. That's just me though, man. Personally, man.
Oh, with Tatum?
Yeah, because I'm looking at Jalen Brown on the Celtics. I think Jalen Brown is a dude that I'm
Hey,
starting to give him full credit for everything. Like if you ask me,
I can say
Damn,
something right.
yo.
I can say something right quick, Crunch.
yeah.
I like to be respectful on people panels, but I remember you. I bet you and Chris remember this shit. The media was trying their hardest to like separate Brown and Tatum until they actually won together. And
Yep.
that's the
Right.
thing. I never looked at them as like a 1A, like a Batman and Robin. Bruh, Jason Tatum was a what overall pick was Jason Tatum?
Third.
He was a third, and Jalen Brown was a top he was a top 5 pick.
I think they was both third, low key.
Yeah, like you
I look at
got
them
two.
both as they both
They both first options.
I Here's the thing.
Yeah.
They proved me wrong because I used to think they was, and I said this on the channel before. I used to think they was both number twos, but by them winning, they both proved me wrong. So I give them full credit now. Like far as like whatever you like, I got Jalen Brown. This all topic, but I put him on my top 10 shooting guard list the other day, and people were looking at it crazy. And it sounded a little crazy, but I mean, damn.
It's
I
not.
mean, is it crazy though? You know what I mean?
It's not because I remember one of my coworkers. He looked at me crazy when I told him like, bro, I've always considered like Donovan Mitchell better than Devin Booker. Until like these past few years, we actually seen like what transpired. I'm like, yeah, like he is better than him.
Because
Like,
mind you, at this, I better cut you off. At this
no,
point, like
you good.
at this point in Jalen Brown's career, I don't know what year it is, right? But at this point, when it was this point in Chris Paul's career, they already was calling him the point guard. Already put him top 5 point guard all time. They ain't even had to prove shit.
They crowned him too early. That's what the media does. The media would crown you super early. They do it with rookies when they draft it. They would crown you super early, and as soon as you don't meet the expectations that they put on you, they so quick to call you a bust or a failure or you fell off or some type of shit. Like think about this for example,
Right.
Chris. I know you remember this shit. Wasn't they comparing fucking Ben Simmons to LeBron and doing Brandon Ingram to KD?
Yeah.
That's facts.
Like,
That's facts, though.
even though
Nah,
I
that's
don't
a
fuck
good
with,
point. What you just said. You just cooked just now.
yeah,
Because they don't want to look so wrong about the shit to where it's like if they'll just say, no, it's his fault. He fucked up. He was supposed to be the next LeBron. Like, no, nigga. Like, why would you even say that?
They was
I'm not
doing
gonna
that with Zion.
thank
Why would you
you.
even say he gonna be LeBron for? Like, who
Hey,
asked you that?
who that is with the cross?
That's the homie Trav. Well, hey Trav, I know you got different names. I don't know if you wanted to introduce yourself to him. Yeah, that's the
Hey,
homie Trav, man.
yeah,
And
what's up,
Trav,
Trav? My name
what up,
Azariah.
man? And Trav, you doing this from company in the house?
My name Azariah. You can just say AZ for short.
All right.
But yeah, like yeah, the media do that stuff like, and people don't look at me funny like during what year was that when everybody was on Ja Morant's dick? I think it was 2022
No,
when
I want to
everybody.
say it started 21 when they eliminated the Warriors out the play-in.
Cause
Yeah, but that
hey,
2022 season was his best season.
hey,
But
around that
yeah,
time, I ain't gonna say his platform. 'Cause I'm not gonna. I don't know how certain platforms work, so I'm not gonna
no,
say
you good on
brother
YouTube. We can
platform.
rock out, bro. You good?
Uh, I was on the brother Mookie Rated R Sports. Shout out, subscribe to the brother. But I
Oh
was on
yeah,
yeah, I
yeah.
was on
Shout out
Mookie.
Radio Sports.
I was on Mookie shit, and this Maria. I told Maria, I said, nah, Shea is better. This before Shea won the championship and everything. I said, hey, as a player, Shea is better than Ja. And the sister, I don't got nothing against the sister. That's my sister.
Yeah.
She said,
Yeah,
she said, Ja,
that's our sis for real.
Yeah, he
Yeah,
said
so
y'all got a I think an all NBA third team or something. I said, what that's supposed to mean? Like as a player, like Shea got better handles. He's a better shooter, better mid range shooter. I ain't gonna say finisher, but better passer. And like bro, I could say this straight up at the time. I could take Shea, put him on Memphis would be better. Take Ja, put him on OKC will be worse. And then like right after a year or two after that, boom, Shay's in the MVP race. Boom, Shea wins the
And she
championship.
was she used to be debating that real hard. That was an error right there. She was not letting that go for. I ain't gonna lie though. I did think Ja was better than Shea at first though. But
No,
Shay definitely proved. Well, here's the thing. I like Shay though, because you remember I made that video. I said Shay and Tyrese Halliburton they both better than Tatum. I
right,
said that
right,
shit
see,
2 years
right.
before they got to the final.
I ain't gonna lie. I said that shit to Mookie one time. I was like, I ain't gonna lie. I might get some hate for this. This one Tatum just won a championship, and before Shea won here, I said I ain't gonna lie. Shea is on Tatum's level. I remember the video when he posted it. Shea is on Tatum's
Hmm.
level.
I
Like
think
it's
Yeah, this
some,
how
Shea
we.
is more disciplined. Like I think Ja. See, my guy's Ant, but I think Ja and Ant. Maybe I'm not gonna put this on them like they don't work hard. But I know Shea work on moves. I know Shea way more disciplined, and I think he just got in the gym and he just locked in, bro, and that shit paid off.
They go still
oh,
stacking, Chris.
we got a new brother.
That's that
Bro, stop
good, my guy.
disrespecting Chris Paul, gang. We gotta stop this shit, bro.
How we disrespecting Chris Paul, brother?
Break
Niggas
it
talking
down.
about
Break
his
it down.
game. My nigga is top 3 all time, gang, when it comes to point guards, bro.
Okay, hey, so can I ask you a question, right quick, brother?
Yo,
I told y'all these people be
So,
delusional, man. It's the homie stacking
so
now.
to say you top three of all time, just like when most people say like, oh, you Mount Rushmore. It's only
yeah,
four heads. It's only four heads on Mount Rushmore. So
yeah.
now we got to nip it in the bud. So
Mm-hmm.
when you say he top three all the time, now we got to nip it in the bud. Is
Yo.
he better than Magic Johnson?
Nah, he ain't better than Magic.
Okay, that's one. Is he better than Steph Curry?
Nah, he ain't better than Steph.
Is he better than Isaiah Thomas from
Of
Detroit?
course. Of course. He's
How?
better.
Ah,
Of course he's better.
Okay,
Game.
break it
how?
down though. Let him break
Let
it
me break
down.
it
Yeah.
down. Let me break it down. Fuck it. I wasn't finna join this bitch, but fuck, we ain't finna keep disrespecting my mans.
Yeah, we in
Like,
here.
my nigga, bro, from like 2021 was elite in the playoffs. Like, for example, 2011, Crunch. You should know this series, 2011 Hornets versus Lakers. That nigga was frying Kobe, bro. That nigga was frying Kobe, nigga, averaging 24 and like 12 assists on crazy efficiency,
Hold
bro.
on. What year
With
that was? Hold
elite
on, cause
defense,
I
bro.
might be tripping. Hey, let me look that year up though. Stacking. What year that was? 2011.
Look up Chris Paul stats 2011 versus the fucking Lakers, nigga.
Cause
I'm
that
finna
was
fuck
when
y'all head
Kobe.
up.
That was against Kobe.
I'm
Oh
finna
shit.
fuck
Hold
y'all
on
head
now.
up.
I
I'm
might
finna
be
tell y'all
tripping.
what
Hold on.
this nigga Chris Paul is elite in the playoffs. His teammates just be failing this nigga, and David West didn't play in that series too.
Felling them, so Devin Booker fell like lost back to back
Mm.
40-point games in the finals.
Nah, we gonna go by this shit one by one. Come on, we starting with 2011. Let's get this cracking.
He came
All
in.
right,
He
so I'm
came came.
looking at
Hey, hey,
2011. He averaged. Okay. He
Hey,
did his thing. He did his
Crunch.
thing.
Hey, Crunch, Chris. He came in with the cape on today.
All right, Chris. Tell me what that nigga was doing. Tell me what that nigga was doing
he
2011
uh he
playoffs.
averaged he averaged 12 assists and 22 points.
Tell me that efficiency. We shoot from the field. We shoot from the three.
Hey,
But did he win though?
Damn, I ain't gonna lie. This nigga did shoot. He shot 47% from three. He shot
yeah, this one of his best series. Hold
55%
on, hold
from the.
on, hold
I'm
on. Hey,
telling
Damn, hold
y'all.
on, hold
no,
on
hold on, no,
now.
hold on. Stacking,
Zach,
stacking.
Go
hold
to
on, Zach.
2013, my nigga.
Hey, stacking. Hold on, hold
Ah,
on, hold on. Hey, stacking.
ah,
No, hold on. Hey, stacking. Hey, stacking.
Yo,
ah.
So once again, the first round bandit. So this is the first round again. Now
Thank
I'm
you.
trying to give him some credit right here, right? First of all, he
hmm
definitely was cooking, but I
Yeah.
feel like was it because David West was out and it wasn't no pressure?
no, bro, we
Because I'm
finna
like,
go.
hold
We
on. Because I'm like, you
Mm.
still lost the series, so I know it's cool. Like I'm not saying he a bum for that. I'm
I
just
Yeah, he
saying,
so I got a
lost. He
question for
lost.
hold on.
y'all.
I'm just saying after that series is done with now, you got more work to do, son. You know
All
what
right,
I'm
so
saying? That's all I'm
hey,
saying. So
Crunch,
when you
I got
come
a
back,
What
question.
happened on the Clippers? Hey,
Hold on,
stacking. Hold on. What
let's talk
happened
about
on?
the Clippers.
What
2012.
happened, bro? With the
All right,
Lob
let's talk
City.
about
What
it.
happened?
2012, my nigga played bad. I ain't gonna fake it. He played bad in the
Okay,
playoffs.
okay,
Hmm.
okay.
Pull up 2013, Chris. Tell me what the nigga did in 2013. Now I just want to hear this shit real
2013.
quick.
Did he
Versus,
win though?
bro, you gonna see Blake
I'm about to
Griffin
see who he
was
played. Oh no,
selling.
who he
Blake
played?
Griffin sold.
Who he played?
Who he
Like
played in
that, I got a
2014?
question because when I
Because
first
mind
got in
you, you're
here,
not gonna win immediately. You feel me? So I'm just like,
Yeah, yeah, yeah. You gotta see. Yeah, that's what I'm
you know,
finna
that's why
look it
you
up.
there for a long time.
Yeah,
You was
you
there
talking
for like
about
7 years.
2012, 2013, right? I think they
yeah.
lost to Memphis in the playoffs. Let's
Hey
see.
Crunch, you can do me a favor,
Elite
gang.
defense, by the way.
First
Elite
round again,
defense. He was
man.
doing this against Tony Allen, by the way. Tell
Oh
me what the
man,
nigga was
that's
doing.
Damn, they
bad.
got swept. He said they lost the series in 4 games against
They
Memphis.
did.
But I'm gonna look. Hold on. I'm gonna look up the stats though, just to see like did he
Yeah,
play?
I'm right. Before,
Hey
yeah, hold on.
Oh,
Crunch,
I'm
you
gonna start
there?
it off for you. I'm gonna start it off for you, Chris. Mike Conley averaged 17 and 8.
Mm.
Chris Paul averaged Oh, hold on, y'all can
what
hear
that's
me?
supposed to mean? Yeah, we hear you.
Oh, my screen cut out. That's tough. The stream will let you talk with the screen off. That's tough.
Now, you
Hey, yo,
good?
this the other yo, this Chris, yo, from TikTok, y'all.
What's
Yeah,
good?
yeah. What's good, bro?
What's
Hey,
good?
But
What's
I'm
good?
Chris
tired of
Paul
niggas
averaged 23.
disrespecting.
Chris Paul averaged 23 and 6.
Oh, tell me that efficiency, my guy.
Ooh,
Tell
No,
me
I'm
that
saying why
What
efficiency.
what that's
no, I'm
what
saying
that's
why
supposed to
Conley
mean?
averaged more assists than you though.
Bro, tell me that efficiency because, but his
Hold
team, he had to be the main scorer in that series because
So
his
No,
hey,
Chris
team
can I
was
Paul
can
had
I
a better
say
selling
something?
team.
him.
Chris Paul
Hey,
had
can
a
I
better
say something?
team.
Hey, Crunch, can I say something right quick, Crunch? Hey, to the brother that came in, like I'm not big on disrespecting brothers or nothing, cause we family. But looking at stats, like stats don't tell like the true story. I know I'm not saying you, cause I know you probably watch the games and everything. But like when you watch like the certain players, bro, stats don't tell the full story because
That's true.
if you remember fucking knowing what year was that? Well, fucking like I said, OKC used to be my favorite team. When
Yeah.
OKC met Minnesota, Westbrook had way better stats than Ricky Rubio. But you watch them games, and even though the announcer said that Ricky Rubio was outplaying him.
All right, so my guy, I ain't gonna fake it. I watched 2011 versus Kobe game. This nigga,
Hmm.
bro, this nigga could have had average more assists. His teammates was selling him that series, and he
Yeah,
still
no,
averaged
I understand
12.
that little series right there. You gotta
Come
remember,
on,
like,
Crunch, you know that series.
I
That
ain't
nigga was
holding it against
elite.
him for every.
Hey, so
It's
so
just it's
yeah.
just simple
Stacking is
fact.
making good. I see what
No,
you're
Then
hold
I
on,
got a
saying.
hold on.
question.
It's the hold on. It's
Hold
But
the
on.
we
I got
try
a
simple
to make it
fact.
question.
seem like
Hold
no
on, y'all.
playoff
so
series. He kind of yeah.
okay,
No, no, it's
so
no.
let
This
me
my fault. Hold on. This my problem with it, right? Because here's the thing.
That nigga's elite in the
No,
playoffs.
here's the
hey
thing. He
hey
lost
Stat.
that.
So
Hold on. Look, he lost that series, right? But mind
Mm-hmm.
you,
Yeah.
he lost every single year before that when he was on Charlotte. So he was just a failure on Charlotte. Like, yeah, he went out swinging, but I mean, damn, you just ain't good enough. You just ain't that
No,
good.
but hey,
So
but
Stat.
hold
Crunch.
on.
All right,
Now
so I
hold on.
got
But
a
here's the
question.
thing. Here's the thing.
Yeah,
What happened? What happened? Because mind you, the year before that, Chris Paul missed the playoffs on the Hornets.
yeah. I
Hold on, the
think
year before that,
he played the
hold on,
Mavs. He played the
come on.
Mavs in the first round.
No,
Cooked the
he played.
Mavs.
No. No, hold on. Look, I'm saying he got his ass bust by Chauncey. And mind
Like,
you,
Ooh,
Chris, it's a game where he lost by 60 in that series against
god
Chauncey.
Damn.
damn,
damn.
Against
That's
bro.
Melo,
some
Chris,
It
against
was
that's
Melo.
some
against the
two that's
Nuggets.
some
I know
two
what
K
series you're
shit.
talking about.
But I'm saying
Damn.
he lost by 60.
That's some two
Damn.
K
In the
shit.
But hey,
So
game.
but I
so
got a question though. I got a
so hold
question.
on.
So,
This my
all right,
last thing.
so I ain't
This my
trying to pivot the
Uh,
shit, but I got a question. I'm just trying to see where y'all logic is. So
you hold on.
y'all all think Larry Bird a top 10 player, right?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
All right, hold
hold on,
on,
but
Chris. Listen,
hold on.
listen. Hold on, no, Crunch.
No, hold on,
Yeah,
gang.
Crunch.
No, hold
Hold
on, gang.
on.
Hold on, gang. Before you do that, bro, right?
Yeah.
I'm willing to let all this stuff slide for Chris Paul if he showed me where he won a championship at. Cause
Nah,
then you
listen.
hold on.
No, fuck that.
The
Fuck
reason
that.
why,
No.
the reason why is
This a
because
team sport.
that's how you overcome your adversity and your losing. If you never like, mind you, the shit he doing right here that we talking about,
Yeah.
he's supposed to come back later on in life and fix that shit and redeem it.
Bro, I got a question,
Hey,
bro.
can I,
So let me get to the Larry Bird shit.
let
So
me go
y'all
after
think
him.
Larry Bird a top 10 player, right?
Yes.
Top
Yeah.
three.
All right, so this nigga prime is 8 years, right? His prime is 88. I mean 80 to 88. So
Hmm.
4 out of them 8 years, he was elite in the playoffs. The other four, the nigga was ass in the playoffs. So how the fuck y'all think
How was he
this nigga's a
bad?
top 10
How,
player,
how
but
was
Can
not
he?
I
Chris
respond? Can
Paul,
I
a
respond
top
to that?
10 point
Can
Because
I
guard?
it's about
respond?
the
Can I
heights you
respond to
get
that?
to.
Yeah.
To respond to that, like first of all, you got to look at even if we just going off regular season, Larry Bird's the only player to win 3 consecutive MVPs.
Bro,
And then now, hold
accolades,
on,
team sports.
let me finish. And 3 consecutive MVPs, and then within the other 5 to 6 years, Like he's top 5 in MVP voting, really top 3 in MVP voting throughout that whole type of
That's not
year.
my point though, bro.
So
Well, no,
here's the
hold on,
thing, though,
no,
bro.
My
stacking,
point is
stacking,
them playoffs. That's what
stacking,
matters the
stacking,
most.
stacking. This my problem. It's not again. It's not about you underperforming in the playoffs. It's the fact that you never got over the mountaintop. Period. Like
Bro,
you never.
game. But
Mm-hmm.
you acting
Yes.
like Chris
So
Paul
hold
was
on.
selling. He was hooping every time, my
No,
guy.
no, no.
Hey,
Listen,
Stack.
listen, bro. Listen, listen,
No,
listen.
Chris Paul didn't. He didn't.
Hold
Hey,
on,
Stack.
Chad.
Let me ask you a question,
No,
Stack. I
Chad.
want to ask you
No,
a question, Stack. My fault,
no.
Chris.
Hold
My
on, hold
fault.
on, hold on, hold on, hold on, Stack. I'm trying to ask. Hold on. What I'm trying to tell you, right, is you naming some of his best series where he still got his ass bust. Then I'm just trying to tell you the other series
Yeah.
he got his ass bust and he was playing even worse. So I'm saying, what can I even hold on to and cling on to even put him
I
top three?
so crunch. So let's go year by year. So like starting with we're gonna start like 2011 he hooped 2012 he was ass 2013 2014 2015 2016 2017 that
In
nigga was nice in the
2014,
Well,
that
so
nigga
so
was nice in
you
2014.
said
Let's
let's go
not do
year
that.
by year, bro.
no, hold
Hold
on, hold
on,
on, hold on,
gang.
hold on, hold on,
Hold on,
Frank,
slow
hold
down,
on,
slow
Frank,
down,
hold
slow
on,
down.
Frank.
Cause Chris, no, hold on. OVO Chris brought that up first. I'm trying to bring him in the combo now.
He trying
Hey,
to skip
Chris.
2014.
No. Hey,
2014 was
Mm-hmm.
nice in the
hold
playoffs.
on.
What the hell?
Hold on. So do you have an
Whoa.
excuse on why?
Ooh.
Now, Chris, you already
Yes,
broke it
sir.
down. 2014. Now, stacking. Do you think
Yep.
he had an excuse to lose that season when you had Blake Griffin, who was top 3 MVP voting?
Bro,
Mm.
like, hey, bro, Blake Griffin, he was cool in the playoffs, bro. His
All right,
teammates
hold
was
on. So
selling,
now,
bro.
so hold on. All right, so what happened in that series? Who he played?
I think he played. They
OKC.
played OKC,
OKC.
For Russ? He
Hey,
played
Crunch.
Russ
Hey,
in them?
And
Let's see
yeah.
what
OK
Hey,
played
Crunch.
happened.
Hey, Crunch. Hold on,
OKC.
hold on, hold on, hold on, hold on, hold on, hold on.
Let's see
Hey,
what
Crunch, you
happened.
can do
Let's
me
see
a.
what happened.
Hey, Crunch, you can do me a favor.
Yeah.
Hey, I don't know how good you is with this YouTube. I know you fresh on the YouTube. You back on YouTube. But if
Yeah.
you got another screen, look up the last 5 minutes of Game 5 for me and tell me what
bro.
you think.
Come on,
No,
bro.
no, no,
Come
no, no,
on,
no, no,
chill,
no, no.
bro.
Let me
Chill,
respond.
bro.
No, no,
Come
no.
on,
I probably got to
chill,
go back to
bro.
my all right, hold
No,
on. Hold
no.
on. I'm gonna do it in a second. I just gotta log into my laptop.
No, let me nah, bro,
Hey,
because
and
So
it,
here's
before
it,
you
so
do that,
here's
right
the
no,
before
whole
you do that though, Crunch. Yeah, go
no,
uh
ahead,
no,
go ahead.
let him do that right
I
quick,
wanna.
Chris. I need that, please,
Okay,
all
for
right,
my.
okay.
no, hold on. I got you. Hold on. I'm gonna do that as y'all because you said what?
I want y'all to
Now I
break
was just
down that
finna
game.
say, in 2014, I mean 2015, they beat the Spurs in the first round in 7. Chris Paul did his thing, but then they went 7 with the Houston Rockets, James Harden, Houston Rockets,
But
the
he
next
still did his
round.
thing that series.
In
Let's not
Game
do that.
7, but hey, look, in Game 7 in that series, bro, this nigga Blake Griffin dropped. Hold on. In that series, in that whole series, Blake Griffin averaged 27 and 12 in that
Damn.
whole series, and this nigga Chris Paul averaged 21 and 10. Now I'm not saying he was better than.
Tell
I'm
me
just
that
saying, bro, that
efficiency
nigga Blake
game.
don't get his credit, bro. Blake don't
Yeah,
get
No,
his
that's
credit,
true.
because
bro.
Look,
hold
listen.
on,
The
hold on,
only
gang.
reason, like, you
Hold
know
on,
how
no,
Chris
hold
Paul
on,
the GOAT
no, hold
game.
on, yo, hold on a second. Cause I was ready break down to 2014. You said go
Yeah,
year by year,
2014. I ain't
stacking.
want to speed past it.
Hey, stacking. You
And
said go
Chris
year.
just joined in too, though.
Pull it up,
Crunch.
Hey, hold
Crunch.
Yeah,
on,
we
hold
gotta
on,
Pull it
squeeze
up.
hold on,
Chris in
gang. Hey,
too, but good.
stacking. You said
Yeah.
go year by year. So in 2014, Chris, when
Yeah.
they played OKC, the dude
Hey, Crunch,
Russell
my phone
Westbrook.
finna die. Let me
Hold on,
charge up my phone real
Russell
quick.
Westbrook, the one they say is a bum, right? Shot
Yeah.
49%. He shot better from the field than Kevin Durant. Okay, that's one thing. He shot the same thing from the free throw as Kevin Durant. He averaged 28 points and 9 assists. Chris Paul averaged 22 points or 23 points and 12 assists.
Yeah.
Right? Blake Griffin
Hmm.
averaged 24 and 9, bro.
Damn, bro, that nigga every series I look at, Blake averaging more
Now
points than
watch
this
this,
nigga,
Chris.
bro.
Hold on, Chris. Here we get surgical. Serge Ibaka was the third option, averaged 11.
Yeah,
Jamal Crawford was the third option that averaged 14.
yeah. That nigga, he was the sixth man of the year that year, bro. I'm trying
So
to tell
Hey,
y'all, bro.
hey,
this nigga
Crunch.
had more help. Hold on, time out. Hold on. The
That's why I
fourth
only bring
option,
up
Reggie Jackson.
2014.
I forgot he had Reggie Jackson on OKC.
Darren Collison, them niggas was
Now
stacked,
look,
bro.
hold on, look. OKC had Reggie Jackson. He averaged 9,
Oh,
bro.
you talking about on OKC?
Yeah, but
Okay,
look,
OKC.
JJ Redick was the fourth option on the Clippers. He averaged more than him. He averaged 12 points.
Mm-hmm.
Also, Cephalosha. Matt Barnes outplayed Tabo Cephalosha all the way
Yeah,
down the line, bro.
That's why I go to.
Bro, they
That's why I
had a
go to.
squad that year,
Hey,
bro. They had a
that's why I go to.
squad, bro.
That's why
We'll
I go to
see.
2014 because it ain't no excuses.
No
None.
excuse for that year, bro. You had your squad, and that's the like I said when I first came up here, bro. Then I'm gonna pass it to Chris. I thought that was the if Chris Paul got him at least one during that time period, because we seen Dirk do it. You can't say shit, Crunch. You can't say shit. And
Yeah,
back then, I remember back then, bro, he had the opportunity. And I know niggas don't like bringing up 2K. Bro, look at they squad. Bro, when I'm playing on them niggas with 2K, them niggas hooping, bro. I'm looking at them niggas. Bro, they had the squad, bro.
facts.
The
Hey,
Clippers
Crunch.
just couldn't get it done, man.
Hey,
They kept
Crunch.
losing to the Spurs and the Thunder, yeah.
Hey, if you can watch that, watch that final 4 or 5 minutes of Game 5, and tell me and break down that game and tell me exactly what you see.
Game 5 against the
Love
Okay,
City,
T.
bro.
Okay, T. 2014.
yeah, man, we gotta pull this up.
Please,
Yeah.
please. Because every time I be
He
cooking
said,
Chris
how did
Paul,
CP3 not win the year Crawford won six? I don't. That's what I'm trying. Man, come on, bro. I don't know,
Yeah,
bro.
it's a lot of comments. Let's address some of these comments real quick, y'all.
Yeah.
He said Griffin was holding it down that series. It sounded like
he was.
let's see, man. Yeah, man. Like, man. So somebody said Chris Paul wouldn't take the Pistons to a championship. I think I agree. I mean, that's a good question though. Y'all think Chris Paul will win a ring on that Pistons team?
Hey, I said the same. I
No.
said it. Hey, Crunch. I said that at P5. I said if I take Isaiah and I put him on that Lob City Clippers, they at least get a championship. He said no, they don't. I said yes, the fuck they
Oh, they
do.
definitely get a championship.
Yes,
Is
the fuck they
Chris? Is
do.
Chris still in here?
Huh?
Yeah. I'm here, bro. Yeah, I'm here, bro.
Oh, I wanted to ask you a quick question. And I want you to break it down on why. Do you have Chris Paul? What's your take on Chris Paul versus Tony Parker on the all time list?
Oh yeah, I got Tony Parker because man, he just got it done in the playoffs, and then he showed up in the finals. Way better finals performing than Chris Paul. He's a way better player performer than Chris Paul. He got a better handle than Chris Paul.
Yeah.
That passing is close to anybody want to make it seem.
But what do you say to the people who say that Tony Parker had a great system? You know.
You still got to get it
He
done,
was a
regardless.
system though, because you got to realize Tim Duncan once he got older, the offensive system, the system went to Tony Parker to control the offense, and
Yeah.
he does that way better than Chris Paul ever did.
Damn, bro. And my thing is this, Chris. It's like when Tony Parker ended his career on the Hornets, it wasn't as bad as this. Like Tony Parker just said, "I'm done." It went. He was still contributing a little bit, Chris. He
Yeah,
just didn't get cut, and it wasn't like this. Like he just can't find nobody want him. Tony Parker ended his career even after leaving the Spurs. Cool, like he was great. This nigga Chris Paul can't even end his career on a decent level. That's what really hurt
Hey,
me the most, bro.
hey,
It's
what?
not
Hey, what's
even.
your?
It's not even these series. It's Chris Paul going out like this, bro. But
Hey,
hold on,
what's your name talking?
yeah.
What's your name?
Nah, this OVO.
Hey, I'm new to Crunch and shit. Hey, you want to know the crazy thing about it, bro?
Yeah,
They were saying Westbrook dog shouldn't be in the league, and look at Westbrook came back
they
Phew.
was definitely saying that
He
shit, bro.
revived
and
his
That's
career.
a
Yeah,
cook.
look at his
That's
numbers. Look at his
facts.
numbers.
facts.
They was
Look at his
definitely
numbers
saying
right now.
Westbrook with them don't nobody want him. He was gonna be out the league.
He
But I
revived his
want to ask.
career.
I do want to ask Chris. Like, is it when it come to Chris Paul career, do you give him like obviously he had a good career. Obviously respect. Do you
yeah.
think he should be on a team now though? Like, do you think they doing him a
Oh,
little bit too dirty?
absolutely not. He should definitely not be on the team. I
Mm.
mean, locker
He
room
can't. You don't
cancer.
think he can contribute? You don't think he can
Nah,
contribute?
like the problem is right. Locker room cancer. Can't trust them.
Oh yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
they was. Yeah, I remember when he was on the Clippers, and then they said he was talking to Tyronn Lue's wife. Like, what is you doing, bro? Like, come
That's
on,
Oh
sad.
that's that man's
no.
I ain't
wife.
even remember. Yeah, I forgot
And
about that.
then look, right, Tyloo. I remember they had a clip. It was a clip. I think it was showing in like the practice, and they were like, "Oh man, hey, Tyronn Lue, like, man, you ain't running shit here, man. This is my team, and they like we gonna run our plays. Like,
Oh
like
yeah, yeah. I remember that.
Chris Paul
Yeah.
came in trying to be
Hmm.
all demanding and stuff. Nah, bro, just get in line and play, bro. And then
Yeah,
on the court, he can't play no defense. He can't run up and down the floor. he can only play slow plays, bro, and it's a
But I
fast
want to
paced
ask you
league
this
now,
though,
bro.
Chris. Can he play that Rondo role like Rondo played on the Lakers? Like still, just
But
facilitate the offense.
you gotta realize though, Rondo contributed on defense. Chris Paul trash on defense now, bro.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, bro.
That's a great point. Hey
Yeah,
Chris,
that's a great analysis.
no, Chris be cooking, man. No, but Chris, you gotta remember too, Tyronn Lue, he won a championship as a player for real.
Yeah,
So it's like
Facts.
Chris Paul can't even tell him like, how she's supposed to go and shit like that. Like he don't
exactly.
gotta listen to this nigga for real.
Won a
Hey,
championship as a player and as a coach. Like, how you
And
gonna
as a
tell?
hey,
coach.
Chris, do you give Chris Paul like what's your take on him going to the finals with the Phoenix Suns though? Like, does that you account for anything? Like,
You know what? I would like bias aside. I give him some credit for getting there, but
okay.
but he beat the injured Clippers, injured Lakers, so it was like injury riddled. And
Yeah.
then when you get to the finals, you had like what a 2-0 lead, 2-1 lead, something like that. And then you
You
blow
blew
it,
the
bro.
yeah.
Yeah, he blew it, bro. Turnovers and all
Hey,
that shit. Yeah, bro.
hey, I ain't gonna lie.
Bro,
Hey,
this
Crunch,
shit crazy,
Hey,
bro.
Crunch, I
Like
kind
when
of
you
want
try
to.
to give us some, like when you try to give us some leeway, he just
Yeah.
mess it up, bro. That shit.
Hey, Crunch, I kind of want to be nasty right now. I ain't gonna hold you,
It's
no
like
diddy.
you try to give him the keys, he still can't take over, bro.
Cause
He still
you know
can't
how we,
drive the car right, bro. That shit
killed
crazy,
KD.
bro.
You know how we killed KD for joining the team. He blew a 3-1 lead too. Why wouldn't do the same thing to Chris Paul?
Oh, he did. Oh my goodness.
I want
He
to be
did.
nasty. Cause
He
I be.
lost to Harden. He beat a 3-1 lead to Harden. Then went to go team up with him.
Yep.
Oh my gosh, bro, that's crazy.
Yep. I want to. Like, people
Crazy
forget that shit.
story.
I never forget that shit.
I never heard nobody say that, bro. But no,
Nah.
but as a riot, I do be trying to tell people like they they try to say that Chris Paul turned the Rockets around or like make like he went over there and made them better or something. But they was already in the conference finals before he came over there though.
Nah. I think what it is, that stat that they posted where like every team he joins, like their offensive rating or something, or they record, like it's better as soon as he joins. That's all fine and dandy, but like you just said, like people forget, yeah, 2015 they went to the conference finals. They met Golden State. I think
Yeah,
they lost
so
in two, like six or
yeah, so
six
he didn't
games.
really improve. He didn't really change nothing for real.
No, they
But
lost in five.
here's the
And
thing.
you know who they really try to do that with, Crunch? They try to do that with OKC. That's their main. They be like, oh, he went to OKC and turn it around.
No, well, it's the thing. Russ and Paul George kind of made the playoffs with them the year before he came over there. So it's really like a
Hmm.
hypothetical what they be doing because we didn't even see what they would look like that year without him. Now I think they did miss the playoffs eventually without
No,
him,
no,
but
it's
we
because
don't.
they.
But he didn't turn them around, so to speak. Though you feel me?
Hey,
So
it's
all
because
so that stat I feel like is really all like damn near coincidental, and they just give
no.
him all the credit for that type of shit. Like you gotta remember Harden got better when he pulled up and won an MVP. So a lot of that has to do with that as well. So
Hey,
it's like,
I
yeah,
can tell you a mix of it. A mix of it is the same people that used to doubt SCA when he was drafted, because Chris Paul goes to OKC. They were like, nobody expected OKC to go to this point, and nobody expected when they traded Paul George for SCA. Nobody thought that SCA was going to be that good. We forget SCA he's the 11th overall pick, bro. Could have been top 10, but he's the 11th overall pick.
yeah,
Like
and they love to use that, but at the end of the day, we see how good he is, though. See what I'm
you could
saying?
you could see how good he was on the Clippers. Like forget stats, because like I said, sometimes stats misleading. When I watch SGA play, like before he went to OKC, I look at like your pacing. I look at like how you get to your spots to that way you can do and score better. I look at like how you doing, your shot IQ, how you don't rush to like find a good shot. I look at stuff like that.
Yeah, yeah, you could always tell Shea was the one. I just made a video on Shea earlier. Like that nigga was different, bro. Like, uh, and it was three dudes on that team that averaged more than Chris Paul that season, bro. Dennis Schroeder, Shea, and Gallinari. All of them averaged more than him, but it's like they make it seem like he was just carrying them or something. I'm not saying he was better than him. I'm saying they make it seem like he was carrying them.
I think
So
now that he retired, a lot of the two players that people would, the three players, I'm gonna be specific. The three players that people don't want to accept that are just straight up better than Chris Paul is Westbrook, Tony Parker, and now that he just won, SGA.
Yeah, man.
Damn.
I throw Kyrie in the mix, but I see exactly what you're saying, though. Yeah, like those three right there.
But I ain't gonna lie, Chris Paul, he's not a top 10 point guard ever, bro. You
He's
gotta
not.
stop that, bro.
He's not.
Yeah, they like to say he in the top 5, bro.
He's not.
Hey, they leave out Bob Cousy and Oscar Robertson too, bro.
They easily over him.
Yeah, he
Hey,
really not. He not like
Hey, I
that.
got Chauncey over him.
Somebody
I
said
got,
something to me the other day.
hey, I'm gonna throw some names out there, man, and
I
I
got a
just
lot of
wanna,
people over him. You go ahead,
as
Chris.
as players, like not point guards, as hoopers in the NBA. And I'm gonna start a bit low, just to gauge where y'all hear that. So y'all can hear me?
Yeah.
Okay. Do y'all have Chris Paul all time or Ray Allen?
Ray.
I got Ray
Ray,
Allen.
I got Ray Allen.
Ray Allen.
not
Okay.
Ray.
Ray Allen.
Okay. Chris Paul or Reggie?
Reggie.
Reggie
Richie,
Miller.
Reggie
Reggie
Miller.
Miller.
Okay. Chris Paul or Manu?
Manu.
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 Sorry,
Manu.
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 Okay. Chris
I
Paul or
see
Clay?
Clay. I've
Clay.
seen it.
Clay.
I've
I got
seen it.
Clay.
Okay.
Game 6, Clay.
Now this where it might get a bit tricky. Think about this one. Chris Paul or Jimmy Butler?
Jimmy Butler.
Jimmy
Jimmy. I'm
Butler.
sorry,
Jimmy.
Jimmy.
Jimmy Butler.
Okay.
Give me Jimmy
Jimmy in
Butler.
Miami. Jimmy in
Now
Miami
this where
topped
it might
everything
get
he did.
tricky. Chris Paul or DeMar DeRozan?
Ooh, I'm
That's
not
where it
gonna
might
lie.
get tricky.
Oh, that's tough.
As a
I'm gonna,
career
Chris
I'm gonna,
wise,
Paul.
I'm
career.
gonna be real. I'm gonna give it that. I'm gonna give that to
Yeah.
Chris Paul. I'm
Give
gonna
me
give that
Chris
to Chris
Paul.
Paul. Yeah.
Give me
Ooh,
Chris Paul.
I remember.
Okay.
I remember.
All right.
I remember 2017 DeRozan, man. Ooh, that's hard.
DeRozan ain't never do nothing in the
He
NBA.
just, he just,
He didn't
his
really do
the
that.
mental
LeBron told.
game, the
It's like
mental.
no
Now this
disrespect to
right
you,
here gonna
Lamar.
be
No disrespect to
now
Lamar.
this right here probably will be one of them easy. Chris Paul or Drew Holiday?
Drew
Drew
Holiday.
Drew,
Holiday.
Drew.
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 Damn.
Drew
Okay.
Holiday.
Okay. Uh, Chris Paul or I'm thinking that's probably one of the last. Yeah, that's one of the last names that I seen. But yeah, that was just shooting guard. So y'all got him right there in that that Drew Holiday that
Hey,
range right there. So I ain't mad at
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
hey,
Yeah. Yeah.
hey, Chris Paul or Halliburton.
Halliburton.
Yeah, I got
Ooh
Halliburton
shit.
tied with Chris Paul right
I
now.
got
Tied up
Halliburton,
with him.
bro.
Hey,
Oh shit.
I gotta say Chris
Just
he
Paul.
ain't a
depending on what he do after the injury. You feel me? So after the injury, if he come back in his prime, then I'll safe to say he better than Chris Paul.
Hey, Crunch. That's a good one that you said earlier. Chris Paul or Chauncey Billups.
Chauncey Billups for sure.
Chauncey.
Ooh, Chauncey got
Chauncey.
it done, bro.
A salute Martavian, man. We just up here chopping it up, man. Late night.
Salute,
Yeah.
my guy. Talking about this Chris Paul retirement, man.
Hey,
Showing respect to his career, but we
uh,
gotta keep it honest.
hey,
Yeah.
Chris.
Hey,
Hey, Chris Paul or Kevin Johnson?
Kevin Johnson.
Ooh,
I got Kevin Johnson,
shit.
bro.
I'm not
I'm
gonna
gonna
lie.
go.
Like
I'm gonna go Kevin, bro.
right now, what we doing to Chris Paul is what we're gonna do to another. We're gonna be doing the same thing to another player from Akron, Ohio. Like once you retire, your entire career and all your playoff series will be scrutinized, and people gonna go and look back
Yeah,
on like,
dead
no,
ass,
no, you
dead
didn't have no
ass.
help. No, it's not that you didn't have no help, nigga. You just choked.
Well, here's the
Yep.
thing. Some of the stuff that y'all mentioned about Russ revitalizing his career and stuff like that, like these narratives that basically
They're dying.
carry Chris Paul whole legacy, right? They're
Hmm.
they're
hmm
basically showing it's like gonna show when it's all said and done what the truth really is. So it's like, damn, if Russ can turn his career around, he must have been better than you the whole time.
Facts.
Well, who had a better career though, Chris Paul or Paul Pierce?
Paul Pierce.
Paul
Easily.
Pierce.
Hands
Paul
down.
Paul
Pierce.
Pierce. Hey,
Easily
salute to
Pierce. Yeah.
Martavian, y'all. He be on you know, like a whole bunch of panels just cooking, man, and I be hearing him. He one of the respected
Yeah.
OGs on
Yeah.
YouTube. Like, he well respected on YouTube. But like, yeah, man, we just Martavian, where you got Chris Paul ranked at for point guards? I don't know if you're a
Um,
fan of him.
as far as point guards, um, I would have to respect his longevity, but I'll
hmm
say he's sneaky in top 10, but I would not put him too far up there just because of too many inconsistencies, too many injuries at the prime times, too many turning the ball over at the prime times. And it's kind of funny to me. I don't know if anybody brought this up, but isn't it kind of funny that Chris Paul retired on the same day that Drake retired? And
Who
Drake
is
used
Drake?
to call him
Well, Drake,
out in his or shout him out in his raps.
Drake
Who is Drake?
retired.
Who is Drake?
Well played. But
I'm saying you
Oh
talking about the
no,
rapper.
you talking about the rapper?
yeah, ignorant shit. Rookie of the
Oh,
year,
I didn't know he
'06 Chris
retired.
Paul shit.
I didn't know
Oh
he
Yeah.
retired,
yeah,
bro.
that's crazy.
Yeah, I didn't know
Yeah,
that.
allegedly he
Nah.
retired. But Chris Paul is
Hey,
a
I wanted to
great.
ask.
Oh, go ahead. Go ahead.
He
No,
must
go
be
ahead.
lagging.
Chris.
He must be lagging or something.
Yeah, must be lagging.
Uh, well, Chris Paul is a great player. Um, did a lot for the Clippers organization, but
Brent's
didn't
level
do
Chris Paul
enough.
already. Facts.
I don't know. It's like I've struggled to put him up there with the Stocktons, with the Magics, with the I don't know. People say that they don't consider Steph a point, consider him more of a two guard, masquerading as a point, but he's a point guard. He leads his team. What I just struggle with his career because I will say, and I know it might be controversial, I would say that he's the most underachieving point guard to have so much in his career.
Yeah.
And I hate to say that about about Paul because I did support him a lot when he came into the league. Love the backstory about what he did for his grandfather, scoring 62, representing the birthday that his grandfather died at. I was actually drawn into that story. I didn't know nothing about Chris Paul until I saw that story on ESPN. So I kind of followed his career based off of that. He does have a reputation of a dirty player and an asshole. We can't act like he doesn't have that out there.
Yeah,
Um,
I don't know. I just can't. I can't. It's so hard for me to put him top 10, man. Like,
would you have him straddling at 11?
nah. Like,
Okay, what about
honestly,
15?
man, it's gonna get ugly, man. I'm telling you. Like, I don't even. Like, honestly, if I was to put him 15, like that's probably the highest I could put him for real.
Ooh, shit. Please
You know what I'm
explain
saying?
crunch, because I respect your acclimate. So can you just help me understand where your mind is?
It's only because the more research I do on the game, man, like guys like Tiny Archibald, even guys like that. I mean, Kevin Johnson. How like I feel like if I put him up there, how could I just forget about these guys when they kind of
Bob McAdoo.
their numbers? Bob McAdoo, he
Bob
was a point
McAdoo
guard.
wasn't a point guard.
Yeah, I was about to say he was a point guard.
Was he?
I don't think he was a
Nah,
point
Bob
guard.
McAdoo a center. He was center, bro.
So if you want to
That
put
was the
him,
point.
Center man. Yeah.
but if you want to put Chris Paul for the longevity over those guys, that's where I could understand it. But it just I felt like it was kind of premature with him by him under like on the Suns. I thought he was about to win that championship, but he kind of sold it, and then by him selling that, man, it made me look at everything this like sideways now. Like why we can't give you a pass for anything because when you was on the stage and we had it right in the palm of your hand, you didn't even want it.
No,
So
I ain't gonna lie, Crutch, bro. People be forgetting about Dennis Johnson, bro. Dennis Johnson better than Chris Paul, bro.
man, come on,
I'm taking Dennis
come
Johnson, bro.
on,
yep,
man.
had it in the palm of his hands.
So, but no, Chris Paul talent wise, and the numbers is looking nice. So yeah, he probably is about fringe. Like on a completely unbiased list, he probably fringe top 10, like you said. To be honest,
Hey,
but
my fault. My
it just
fault.
I would
I
take.
meant my fault. I meant
It's
to
my
say
last
Bob
point. It's
too.
my last point. I just want to say like it just me personally. I just would take so many point guards over him. Like Penny, I'm taking Penny. You feel me? What I'm saying that's why I said it's hard for
Oh,
me personally. But yeah.
damn, I said Penny too.
And no,
Oh, so
I
you about to say
respect it. Chris Paul's in that class of you don't know where to put him,
right?
and I got to be honest, he did it to himself. He really did. Yeah, he's a player I rooted for, and then I think a lot of his ego kind of made me not root for him, like towards the end. And I don't know, just the way his career ended with the Clippers, where it's supposed to be in his swan song, his farewell tour, just the way they were like, you know what, we just want you to, clean up your toys, go to your room, and just stay there. And then guess what happened after that? If the Clippers were a lottery team right now after they released the Chris Paul, that's one thing. But these dudes caught fucking fire
Right.
immediately after they sent him home.
That's
Hey,
crazy.
hey, what's your name?
Mark Tavian.
Okay, I heard you before. So, first of all, I meant to say Bob Cousy. Bob Cousy, my fault.
Oh yeah,
But,
facts.
secondly, I agree with you. I think Chris Paul is right. He's right there in that echelon with a Damian Lillard. Like people say he's underrated, but he's also caught in that class of overrated as well.
Facts.
He
Facts.
is
Hey,
caught in that
yeah, we
class
got OVO.
of
Yeah,
stat pattern, but can't win on the biggest stage. Now, no, don't get me wrong. Damian Lillard got the wave bye-bye shot against Russ and OKC. Okay, yeah. But outside of that, and the game winner against Houston. But outside of those two
man.
things, what has Dame done?
And those shots didn't really take
Nothing.
him
Not
that
a damn,
far.
not a damn
Damon
But
thing.
trash.
they
Damon
all
Probably
lost
was
trash.
one
after the
of the
first
best
round.
NBA freestyles. Let's not forget about that. I got to give him credit on that. He can't spit. But
Hey, yo,
I'm
we got
Hey,
talking
OVO
about
Chris
in the
back on the panel,
playoffs.
but let me throw another name out there.
Damon
How
hasn't
y'all
done
feel about?
nothing.
Because how y'all feel about Jamal Murray?
I got Jamal Murray over Chris Paul
yeah,
for sure.
damn, I forgot about Murray.
Yeah, give me
Okay,
Murray over
okay,
Chris Paul.
yeah, me too.
Somebody said Kyle Lowry over Chris Paul. I agree. I ain't gonna lie.
Damn. So this is the thing. It's like what you value, Martavian. You know, like do you value him filling up the stat sheet, or at some point in a point guard's career, do you want them to just accept the role and do what's need to be done for the team? Like if you're gonna be my starting point guard, man, you might as well just do this, man. Just play hard on D and score when we need you. That's why
Well,
Rondo knew.
I'll say it
Yeah,
like this: they gave Chris Paul the nickname Point God, and if you're gonna put God or King behind that, I gotta know you for more winning than losing instead of the latter.
right,
So I
right.
never saw Chris Paul, and correct me if I'm wrong, I've never saw Chris Paul just take a series completely over on his back.
Hey, Martavius, I can ask you a question right quick, brother.
Go ahead, go ahead.
Hey, Crutch, you remember how I said like most of these awards, like they're media driven. Most of these players are not as good as they actually as the award said they are. So you got to actually watch them play. So Martavius, you know Chris Paul, he got I think 4 All NBA defensive teams, right?
Okay.
Now I'm finna throw an old name out there. Even though Chris Paul got those 4 like all defensive teams, do you honestly think that he is a better man to man defender than John Wall?
No,
Thank you.
absolutely not.
Thank you. Like what the
In
fuck?
fact,
I,
whoa,
I would take
You,
Rod
okay,
Strickland over Chris Paul.
like
okay,
you so
man.
lucky. You so lucky
You see,
John Wall got
Martavian.
hurt.
Now
So
you
lucky
see where
John
I'm
Wall got
coming
hurt.
from, Martavian. Where
Just the way Rod Strickland used to
exactly
look. Rod Strickland was Kyrie just without the jump shot. And that's
facts.
Kyrie's godfather. Rod Strickland can literally control the game wire to wire. And I think he has the most games of 35 points, 15 assists, 0 assists as a point guard. I mean, not 0 assists, 15 assists, 0 turnovers as a point guard.
Mm,
And he would just kill you by breaking down your defense, getting to the cup, breaking down your defense, getting an open shot, breaking down the defense, hitting that midi, those floaters, those behind the back layups. Rod Strickland was that guy. He just ran into this dude that a lot of motherfuckers ran into named Michael Jordan.
Hey,
so
Chris,
let me. Oh
hey,
yeah.
Chris,
Hold on. Let me ask you this, and we got OVO Chris back on the panel, y'all.
my fault, my fault.
Let me ask you this, Martavian. Are you gonna go Rod Strickland or you going Mahmoud Abdul Rauf?
Now, I
Cause
love what you did there, Crunch, because
mm-hmm,
we know Mahmoud Abdul Rauf, aka Chris Jackson, got his career cut short because of politics. So
mm-hmm.
he didn't get a chance to showcase to the audience or fill up that damn game tape because of his religious beliefs. Now, nose to nose, I'll take Rod because I saw more. Skill, I'll take Mahmoud
Okay,
because he was giving niggas 51 on a Denver team that nobody respected. And he lit up John Stockton with 51 in Utah. 51 and 10, if my memory serves me right. And made it look very, very, very easy. So skill-wise, I would definitely take Mahmoud over Strickland. But point guard-wise, I would definitely take Rod Strickland.
Yeah, that's a good answer. You know, I like to compare players a lot. That's my first time thinking about that. But yeah, man. I mean, really, that's all I got for y'all, though, man. I mean, man, I appreciate y'all pulling up tonight.
Yeah, look, keep up the good work, Crunch. You're one of those underrated YouTubers, really solid in your knowledge. You know what I'm saying? You don't switch up. This is why I'm a supporter. I don't like calling myself a fan because a fan comes with, a fanatic, but I'm a definite supporter, man. And just keep up the good work. And thank you for having me. And salute to the panel. Everybody's been respectful. Everybody got knowledge. There's a few trolls, but there's a trolls on everybody's channel, but it doesn't go out of control, man. And I truly appreciate your content.
Hey, I appreciate everything, Crunch, for allowing me to come on your panel and everything. Let me be able to like shoot the shit with y'all and like spit my opinions and how I feel about everything. And I hope you saw those that clip that I told you that final 5 minutes of game 5 of
Oh yeah, I
2014.
just about to say I'm gonna figure out how to actually pull it up because
Not just watch it in your
I
personal
think I
time.
can do it on my phone, but I'm gonna have to learn that. But I'm gonna definitely look it up.
That's why I told the brother like that year 2014 there was no excuses. I thoroughly watched Westbrook outplay you.
Oh yeah,
So
I know exactly what you're talking about. I've seen it. I've seen it where they were up like 104 to like 97.
they was
Like
up 7 with like 40 something seconds.
yeah, I know
After
exactly.
he had a clutch ass jump shot. Then it was a
Oh, I gotta
meltdown
see
after
that.
that.
Oh
I
Oh
gotta
yeah,
yeah,
see
Russ.
that.
Russ played him in 2014. He definitely did.
I gotta see that.
And it's funny, the longer Russ plays, he's turning into the most underrated point guard.
Facts.
Hey, Crunch, think about that.
His career. Yeah.
The player that everybody said Westbrook that got the lowest IQ outperformed the point guard that everybody say got the highest
I'm gonna have
IQ.
to
Think
pull
about
that up,
that.
man. I'm sorry.
You gotta watch that shit,
I
bro.
gotta pull that up.
There's a difference between watching the game, looking at the game, and studying the game.
Yes, thank you. Thank you.
But yeah, man. Let me I'm gonna go ahead and wrap it up though, y'all. That was a bar though, Mark TV. That was a bar right there.
No loaded looks. That's a bar.
Well, I try. All right, peace, y'all.
All
All
right.
right, all right.